Work week number 3, summertime is going down. We see a lot of competition, whether it's the tug of war, people calling out each other. Kahlil Benson went viral today or yesterday, should I say. But this week he went viral right after you said what you said last week about how he stepped up in the offensive line locker room and got everybody straight, said we got to be on time. We can't be doing that. Well, we saw that in action as he called out the offensive line for not hustling, not getting back to the line fast enough. How was it seeing that? And that's just showing the character that he's coming with, right?
Absolutely. I'll tell you how I was seeing it. It's getting repetitive. So the guys need to step up so he doesn't have to say it as much. But he is a guy that will challenge his teammates, will challenge that offensive line unit. I don't care if it's being late for meetings. I don't care if it's coming to meetings in slides or not in the proper uniform. And his coach loves it. His coach, Coach Phil Loho, loves it. And so I'm glad the world got to see it. Tell you, the one I witnessed and recorded, Chico, I couldn't edit all that. Like, he went in like I couldn't do all them many beeps and editing. You would have lost every word he was saying. And so sometimes there's some things that happen in the team that needs to stay within the team. But I wasn't surprised when I saw it because I've seen him do it before. And he will do it again. And everybody out there needs to know this about Kahlil Benson. He don't just do it to the offensive line. He would do it to the entire offense. He would do it to the D-line and the entire defense. This guy is coming here for a single reason, and that is to win and go to the NFL. And if he has to check your ass in the process, he will check your ass in the process.
South Haven, Mississippi, stand up, representing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly where he's from, and he's been representing out there. Shout out to his moms also. Kahlil Benson, man, stepping up and leading that pack. Anybody else been doing what they're, you know what? I'll tell you somebody I saw. And that's Silmon-Craig stepping up and doing this thing once again, leading the pack, whether he's calling out people or bringing people together, putting them in the right spots. From what I've been seeing and from what I've noticed from him since at Jackson State, that's been his MO. He's that type of guy, high character, going to keep people in position, going to hold people accountable, should I say, and going to be a leader of that squad. I love to see that from Silmon-Craig, what they're calling an undersized safety, but just continue to make plays, interceptions, big hits. Expecting to see a lot more from him this year, right on that same level.
Yeah, look, two things real quick for you. One, it was right here on Unc and Big Dog and Unc, where we first told y'all about the leadership of Kahlil Benson. I know you may have just been seeing it on clips now, but if you watch this show, you heard about it weeks ago because we are ahead of that curve and letting you know. Second, we've always been talking about what Silmon-Craig brings to the table. And shout out to you, Big Dog, for acknowledging that this ain't nothing new. This young brother was doing it as a true freshman at Jackson State. And just like we talked about these all-conference teams, when he got snubbed and got left off the all-SWAC team, you saw something you've never seen before. And you're going to see it this year with him not being mentioned, on this team. Silmon-Craig wants it. He's hungry. He's here to win. And just like Kahlil Benson, he's going to demand it, or you're going to get the hell off his team.
Period. All right. Shouts out to him and everybody else on the squad, man, stepping up. We're going to be highlighting different players each and every week that we can, just whether we're saying their name, just seeing what they're doing, and so on. The strength and conditioning staff also have their highlights of different position groups, and they've been highlighting a few of them one of them each week. And the last few have been, from what I know, it's been linebackers, wide receivers, defensive line. Who was the most recent one?
The O-line getting an award?
Was an O-line last week? I think so.
But one thing I say about it, whichever the order, adding this dynamic in has really caused a greater level of competition because it's not about individuals. It's about the entire unit kicking butt. And, man, it's gotten to a point, man, those units – it was the DBs. That's who it was, the DBs.
Okay.
Each group, man, when they don't win it, they do what it takes to win the next week. And that competition, internal competition, working harder, getting faster and stronger, it's only benefiting the team. So shout out to Coach Mo Sims and his strength and conditioning staff for coming up with this carrot on the stick, if you will, to keep that horse moving forward because those end of the week awards mean something to them.
100%, definitely. If you're a part of that group, if you're a group leader, you're telling your guys, "Hey man, we got to get together. We got to get right. We're not doing something correct if we're not winning this each and every week. We want it every week." I'm sure
Yeah.
they're telling their guys. So,
And
um,
please know this, people out there. This ain't some participatory award. This ain't some
uh,
award that by the time strength and conditioning ends, everybody will have won. They're not passing it around like a blunt at the party. This thing is human. This is your smoke. Like that you got to put in to get this. So I don't want y'all to think like, oh man, they just doing that. Hell, everybody get it before camp start. Oh no, they won't.
all right, man. I almost made a reference right there, but I'll leave it alone. Shouts out to Denver, Colorado, though. As
Yeah.
Coach Prime said, you will smell that sticky icky in
Yeah,
the air from the stands, man.
Of the icky.
The stickiest of the. And Prime is friends with Snoop Dogg, so I'm sure he smelled some of the best. But
hey, shout out
right.
to Snoop Dogg. Speaking of Snoop and blunts, shout out to Snoop Dogg, who just had a blunt he smoked auctioned off, and it went for thousands of dollars. I think about $3,000 to $5,000 somebody paid for it, and he made the list of all-time most expensivest smokes that have been bought. But I think Winston Churchill left a cigar somewhere, and that went for well. Michael Jordan had a cigar that went high, but Snoop Dogg has not made the list because they auctioned off, one of his roaches and somebody wanted it.
That's crazy. A half smoked Snoop Dogg or 80% smoked Snoop Dogg blunt, get you one for thousands of dollars.
It's probably 95%. I don't think Snoop gonna waste a lot.
Shouts out to Uncle Snoop. Hopefully we can have Snoop Dogg on the show one day.
Oh yeah, we gotta make that happen.
Get him on here to talk about some things. All right. But until then, y'all stay tuned. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment on both channels. The pregame show and the biggest dog, Chico to the Sea, and the place to be, coming to you live and direct. We are back like vertebrae. Hey, Jackson, Mississippi to Honolulu, Hawaii, by way of Selma, Alabama. We here and we covering Boulder, Colorado, where everybody's getting busy. And you know how we doing it. Shout out to Coach Prime and the whole squad. Uncle Neely,
let
them know what we're doing.
Let's do it. Peace out, man. Until next week. We always come and dropping these episodes. It's Big Dog Chico and on.
Peace.
When you talk about risk reward, 2 years ago, 18 months ago, people were talking about Rick George and his decision to bring Coach Prime. And a lot of people would try to look at what Coach Prime accomplished in the SWAC as it not being proven. You and I know better. When you go undefeated in conference and go to back-to-back conference championships, you can coach. But nevertheless, people were saying he wasn't proven. And so here comes Rick George taking this risk. I think it was a minimal risk because you got to look at the revenue side of things. Colorado, for a better part of a decade, had been losing games and losing money. The worst Coach Prime was going to do for you is just lose games. You're not going to lose money. So,
right.
Revenue going to be up, ticket sales going to be up, merchandise going to be up. You're going to be on TV and magazine covers everywhere. And if you mess around and win a game, that's just gravy. So from a business risk standpoint, to me, it's the same thing like with Bronny James. You use your Atlanta example. When last time Atlanta won the Eastern Conference or championship?
Right. So, and then Atlanta is...
They can go 3 more years without it.
And Atlanta is Black Mecca also. So,
yeah.
People going to come out. You're going to have Boosie on the sideline, DC on the stands. Man,
if I got
people go crazy.
I'm picking Bronny, man.
Because you're right. Because you're going to get LeBron James. It's like picking 2 and 1. This is a, once in a lifetime opportunity right here. Actually, really, there's nobody in the draft that you can say that's just a clear cut, generational talent. They're trying to hype up the Sarr kid, but I don't see a real generational talent out there where you might say.
Had we been talking a year ago, I probably would have still picked Wemby over Bronny. But this year's draft class, I don't think there's, when I look at the revenue side of things and the hype side of things, I don't think there's a player in this draft that will make me go like, I might not better do this. I'm going Bronny, man.
Going Bronny James, no matter where you're picking at.
With all the question marks y'all got on him, I'm still going Bronny.
No matter where you're picking at. I hear you. Hey.
Look, I know when this episode dropped, they're gonna be tearing me up in the comments. I don't care.
You know what? But see,
We trying to get eyeballs on screens, man. Bronny James is eyeballs.
100%. I agree with that. Let me see what the people in the chat agree with. Y'all let us know. Put your comments in the chat. Do y'all agree? Should y'all pick LeBron James Jr. With your top pick in the NBA draft? Should you pass on him? What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments and we'll get back to you.